Spirit flights are $63.
It's even more important to understand if we're doing the shamanic work that we have to work in accordance with the seasons as well. We have to work in accordance of cycles. It is no more linear. Linear will have you depressed. You will always think is even if you got to this point that you saw was so far away, when you get to this point, you still see this point that you got to get to, and it keeps us always in this rat race of trying to get to a point, and there's really no ending of the point. But if we view it like that, you're going to be in a constant rat race. Or if you're looking at things up and down, one linear is suppression, up and down is oppression. Because if it's always up and down, if you always think you're down here, you always think it's something above you that's better. We got to understand the cycles. Everything has a cycle. Everything has a season. And once you learn as a being, we're the only probably erratic beings out here, and we wonder why half the stuff that happens is so crazy. We creating weather now. Weather has a cycle. It operates how it needs to, the whole ecosystem, from the clouds to the grass to the winds. All of it works together in alchemy to do what it needs to do. If the earth needs some water, something is going to happen up in the atmosphere between the elements for it to have condensation so it can hit the ground to water the earth. It's alchemy, and everything happens in seasons. But no, we humans, we don't operate in it. We change the season. Oh, we're even going to change the time. We're going to do daylight savings time. Then we may go back. We're going to change the calendar. We don't know how old we really are, to be real. And we putting this time on, oh, I'm this age. We don't know where they done messed up the count. For all we know, we could be 101 years of age. Somewhere they changed the calendars because they wanted to. The ages changed, the industrial age changed. When people lived according to nature with farming, you went to bed when the sun went down. That's when you shut things up, and you got up when the sun rose, because you had to get up for the crops. You worked in the cycle. Then we moved into the industrial age where people weren't farming as much. Then we had more false lights and artificial lights and things, and we stayed up a little longer. So now look at us now. We up all night. Half the time we up scrolling, trolling on Facebook, always light coming in, wonder why we can't sleep, wonder why we don't have anxiety, wondering why our pineal gland is jacked up, because it doesn't understand the cycles. We're not allowing the cycles, even the cycles of sleep, to occur. So this is about oneness. Hold on, my laptop go dead. That we are learning. And in this process, hopefully you gain some insight about the cycles itself as you learn, as you grow, and as you see yourself. This is very important. So with things coming to an end, this is our actual last class. Next week, I do have one more Shaman's Gallery. Maybe two. I may have another guest to see if she's available. But we'll have Helena Christopher, who makes wonderful spirit. She's a shaman. She has just gone through her process of becoming sovereign, and got in and did the whole process with the indigenous land of sovereignty. She was one that helped me when I needed my cards to say I was vaccinated. I got an exemption card from the tribal master that helped me to show when I was traveling that I was exempt because they're sovereign. But she will be coming to speak, one, just about her journey, her spiritual journey, and her work in that process, as well as some of the gifts she has. She's made, for those of you ever seen my smudging wand, the white one with the ostrich feather, she made that. She makes a dormant jewelry. I think I haven't shown y'all. I may bring it out this weekend, those who go camping. But anyhow, she made me a ceremonial feather headpiece. Beautiful work, but she will be coming to speak with us. And then I may have one more young lady that I just started working with. This was a young lady that I did shroom ceremony with up in Michigan one time. She's going through an initiation. It's called Sangoma, but it's an initiation. She's in South Africa. And she's been schooling me on the new age and our galactic learning, but we had a discussion on AI versus AI, meaning ancestral intelligence and artificial intelligence, and how we cannot be afraid of what the ancestors and the spirit guides have dropped into us, and how do we balance the two in this new world as healers and reversing our money mindset. So she really dropped some jewels. I said, oh, I think you need to talk to my group. So tonight, what we're basically going to do, I just want to hear back from you guys now. This is the time, like I said, this was the first class. So you guys were like this beta group, this cohort of what Spirit dropped. And what I hope to see from this group is some very strong leaders, because I have finally, even though you may say, you're just not getting this, I am finally accepting who I am even more. When I say this, we as healers are no more in a place to begin to minimize who we are. People say, be humble. Humble is minimizing. It's a different being confident, it's a different being arrogant. I know who I am now. I know the direct connection I have with Spirit. I listen. I am obedient. My shaman's death, my ego deaths, and all of that have been for a reason. It's been my initiation to level up. I do know after this Mexico trip, so many things have opened up with people in South Africa, within Mexico, Jamaica, that is some work to do. And some of this work is going to be bringing this healing, bringing this medicine. And what's interesting, how we may feel in this area, everybody's wanting to open up. Everybody's getting spiritual. We don't know who's real and who's just a fad to say it. And it seems oversaturated in some aspect. Maybe we're not supposed to be here now. Maybe it's time for us to disperse and be the light elsewhere. Because I do know in Jamaica, where it's a beautiful natural oasis and they're growing the cannabis and the shrooms, there are no people of color doing plant medicine ceremonies there. The people, the natives, they don't even indulge, because why? They don't see it as back. As I used to say with the shrooms, oh, that's white people stuff. I ain't doing that. And we're so afraid of our own and what is there. But that's when I see the need. That's when it's going to be times when I'm going to need 3 or 4 to say, hey, I'm going to be in Guyana. Hey, I'm going back to Mexico. Hey, I'm going back here and I need help. And I say, I'm coming from this group because you've done Reiki, but you've done another level of mastering up. Even if you haven't done Reiki Master, to me, this course has leveled you up to another level than what Reiki Master does. Reiki Master is a great one. It's a leveling up, and it's going to allow you to be that teacher. But this is here, when you become one with the elements and now working with the ancestors, you're on a whole nother level now. So I know if I'm on a whole nother level, I have to accept it. And my whole nother level said, you're going to need some people to help you on this other level. So this is where I see y'all. You are a reflection of me. So however y'all view me, and I'm still you. I will tell you that all the time. We're reflections. This course was not exactly me teaching you, but more of a guide for you to see you. And we have learned from each other. We have seen each other go through internal battles. We didn't sat and watch some of us on the camera like, ooh, I want to say something. I ain't gonna say nothing. Ooh, or we just seen everybody go through shifts at this point in time. So this part now is what I want everybody, I'm going to give you the opportunity to speak on what you're taking away from this course. What you're taking away, what have you gained, what have you seen about yourself from this whole interaction? And then from there, we're going to bring in a little Lawrence, and then I'm going to ask you, do you have a specific question or do you have a message? And let any of the ones in this group deliver messages to you, because in some way you've connected energetically. Some of you have had one-on-ones, some of you have not had one-on-ones, but like, ooh, I wish I can talk to such and such. I got some stuff I want to say to her. This is the time. This is now where trust should be there more. This is where your intuition should be there more. You should have felt stuff and things that may need to be said, or things at this point in time that you may need to hear. So that is where that is, and hopefully Kiana and Shay are able to venture in, Jay. And that's interesting. Okay, so we're going to start with Anya. The mic is yours. Check one, check two.
Well, all right. Great day, great day. Can you guys hear me? I'm outside and I'm on a busy street. I just want to make sure you can hear me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right. So, sure. So being put on the spot, I guess my major takeaway is trusting myself. Um, Knowing I have a community of people that I can lean on, that I can go to for support, encouragement, and assistance. Um, I don't know. Um, I don't have anything at the moment for the other shamans. I am open to receive any messages or vital information that you have or would like to share or questions if you have them. And I just hope we can continue to support each other past today, past Saloon, and just on our remaining journey.
Okay. Did she disappear?
No, I'm still here. That's all.
Oh, okay, okay. You just disappeared from my screen. All right. So my shaman tribe. Does anybody have any words, anything they would like to share, express, deliver, praise, or affirm to Anya?
I do. Just affirming alongside you, Enya, that you're not alone. As you've said, like there is that support, um, that you feel support within yourself, support from, your spiritual community, your spiritual team, and then support from us. Um, yeah, even when you can't see or feel it, like you feel it in your heart space, and just affirming that alongside.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Well, we keep it moving. Let's see. We're going to go to Brother Ali.
Peace, tribe. Uh, what I would say my takeaway from my shaman's journey is definitely having a tribe and being able to interlink and receive the messages from other tribes and other shamans and getting the breakthroughs, having to sit with some of the messages and not necessarily trying to process it all at one time in one moment. Many of y'all know I drive over the road, so when I speak with y'all, a lot of times driving through the night, I'm hearing you. I'm going back over what was said to me. I'm processing it and having some major breakthroughs. Um, I'm grateful for all of you and know that uh, I'm available to any of you at any time, if even if it's just to build or even if it's just to say hi or peace. Don't be afraid to reach out. My message to all of you um, is remember you lose what you don't use, and keep doing the work, keep moving forward in your own greatness, and um, recognize that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be you, and keep it pushing, whether it's up, down, or side to side. Just keep it moving. I love y'all. Peace.
Thank you. Do you have any specific questions you would like from the others, or just to receive any messages that anybody, or words of affirmation anyone may have from you?
Well, I'm definitely open to receive.
Does anybody have any words for brother, no, excuse me, Shaman Ali, that they would like to share and express? Y'all just quiet as hell tonight. What is going on with you guys? Half the time y'all chitty, patty, bang.
I have something to say
Thank you.
for Ali. Shaman Ali, sorry. I just wanted to say thank you for your presence. And I can't even see you. I need to see you. Thank you for your presence. And I'm so grateful for everybody, but I really have learned a lot from you. And I can't wait for y'all to come back to Puerto Rico. And I'm so honored just to be in this group. I am feeling disappointed that I can't go to Mexico, but I already have, I'm trying to convince y'all to come see me. But yeah, so Ali, thank you for everything and love you a lot.
Yes, thank you. Anybody else have any words
Thank you, Molly. I look forward to seeing.
Yeah. Any other
Thank you,
words for
Molly.
brother
I look
Ali?
forward to seeing you again as well. Come on, y'all, give me something.
Well, you all, it's not coming out, Karen. I see your mouth moving. But I don't hear you. I don't know where she went to. Oh, you there. I can't hear you. Wait a minute. I think it's your ear pods. They're not connecting.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Wonderful. Shaman Ali, I want to say to you that I love learning. And you say a lot of things that have helped me to learn a lot of things that I didn't even know I needed to know. But when you said them, I was like, wow, that's profound. That's powerful. I never thought about it like that. So I appreciate and I'm grateful for the ways you add value for me to think about more things, to learn about more things, to make connections with things that I might not have connected before. So I'm grateful for you. I am thankful for you helping me to learn.
Mm-hmm. Ashe. Anyone else? We're throwing out love there.
I would like to, or Shaman Ali, I would like to take you up on your offer for minister session and whatnot. I think we discussed a couple sessions ago, so if you could connect on that.
Definitely, Anya. I'm definitely gonna link up with you. I know you was out of town recently, um, but we will definitely link, and I mean like within the next couple weeks if you're available, and we could build and we can go on that journey. All right.
And and before we go too much further, I'm gonna rewind a little bit because we've been on this merry-go-round for 6 months right now. And y'all just heard me come in and talk about how I was no longer minimizing myself. Anya,
Yes,
I need
ma'am.
you to go a little deeper about what you're taking from this program. Cause I done been with you in some places, and we ain't here to be bullshitting and superficial no more. We are moving past that. At this point in time, we should be in full disclosure and realness about where we are in the healing and the revelation. So this ain't superficial conversations. I need you to step up on what the hell you have transmuted and shifted and shitted and released since you've been on this journey. I ain't gonna let you just slide with this, oh yes, and I've gotten this. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, y'all got guidance. I'm about to smoke. Don't have gut, I'm about to smoke. Y'all gonna get gangster guidance. Y'all think I'm sweet and
Please
Anya.
smoke, smoke. It's not.
She said,
Please do.
Anya, please tell them what you have really learned and what you have transmuted since you started this journey.
I just learned more about me. Again, more about trusting me. Um, I've had a lot of hurt. I've had a lot of pain. I've had a lot of just everything starting from within, from my family, moving outwards to my friends, the people I kept closest to me. I've had to have like a full, clear slate of just about everybody. I was already in that process when I started this journey. This journey just helped me to be okay with it, to be okay with myself, to better know myself, to better trust myself and my judgment. Um, Throughout this process, I don't know. I just feel like it's okay to be authentic with me. Rough around the edges. Okay with my femininity. Not trying to hide anything. For so long, I hid so many different parts of myself. I tried to, I don't know, to fit in ain't really it, but I like the entertainment. I guess I like knowing my intuition was there, but I kind of ignored it so I could kind of read people. But I like to watch them put on a show in front of me as though they thought I felt something different. I don't feel the need to do any of that anymore. Um, I don't know. I just feel like it ain't no need to hide. And I'm okay if people don't take me how I feel I give me. That just means I'm not for you. Um, I'm much more open to people and to trying new things. I don't feel the need to try to fit in the spaces that I used to. And I'm still learning things like that. Like I went to a fight this past weekend, a fight party, and it wasn't the same. I wasn't drinking. So I don't know. I guess I'm trying to learn how to integrate the fun or create the new fun, um, and be okay with it. To be settled in who I am now and not still reach back for old things, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm in it.
May I
Um,
give you some feedback?
yes.
See how I nicely put that. But what I do need you to do is to stop saying you don't know. In this whole course of what you were saying, what you gained, I think you said, I stopped counting at 5. I don't know. I don't know.
That's an
I don't
old
know.
habit.
And I know, but that's what I'm saying. This is why we're here to break old habits, because that I don't know by speaking it is what put you in certain situations of chaos because you spoke it. So now we have to, knowing the power of who we are, that's where being present comes in. When we say we have to be present of what really comes, we have to be present of what we're speaking. Because when it comes to those vocal cords, it's manifesting energy. And sometimes we do create the chaos that we're in. We don't want to take accountability for that. And it doesn't mean it's conscious, but it's these subtle things like that that can keep us in that doubt. Well, I don't get it. I don't know why. Because you spoke it. So that's why I say I just want you to be more mindful. If that is a habit, we need to recondition that habit because you know a lot. In 6 months, you've gained a lot more knowledge of self. So it's no more, I don't know. You know. Just change it, take the don't, the negative out, and add the positive. I now know. I now know. I now know. I know. No more, I don't know. Thank you for receiving that. And I'm proud of you. We done sat, we done colored, we done cried. Who knew that coloring in a coloring book was gonna have you broke down crying that night? So thank you, thank you. Molly, would you please share with them your breakthrough and what your whole constipation was, please, ma'am? Because people may need to hear this, that.
Everybody. I mean, there's so much.
Take that one big one, Reiki master.
Well, the one she's talking about is that I wasn't doing Reiki on people. or even, like really on anybody. On myself, yes, but not even as much as I should have been. And I was more focusing on like the building and just stuff, the energy around me, but not. So I was, and I was literally going through it. Like, I think the last class we had when we had the Shaman's Gallery, I was on there for a minute. Like that whole week, like I didn't even talk to Asha. Like Spirit told me that I couldn't talk to nobody. I had to, like, that was my all the way down to the bottom of the depth, like that I've ever gone that week. So when I got on the call, I was like, oh, I was like, I can't talk to anybody. I just couldn't. And so that has taught me a lot. So even just from that and this whole, but so back to this whole 6 months, like it's ridiculous. Like I needed this, and I didn't even hop on at the beginning because I didn't even really understand. Asha always telling me to join stuff, but like when she was really like, "No, you got to do it," I was like, "Okay, I know she's serious." So I got on, but I don't know. I wasn't even really ready. I was like, "Oh, wait, okay," when I really realized what this is. And now the fact I do wish that I was going to Mexico and stuff. But one of the main things that I learned was what Asha was just saying about using your mouth and using your words, because now this is my quiet season. I have talked up so much shit around me, like in my mouth, out of my mouth, so many times. Y'all, I talk too fucking much. Like too fucking much on fucking social media, on goddamn, to everybody. You got to remember, I have guests, so they're new people. But it doesn't even matter who I was telling her. It was what was coming out of my mouth that created all this chaos, like around me, of just like everything of the neck. And I can't even. It's so much to explain. But anyway, now I understand this is my quiet season. I've connected back with nature. I've connected back in ways I never even thought of. This is all the shamanic Reiki, like the distance hearing and the shamanic part of it when you're going into the healing the past. And I've been doing that. I've been counting chords. Like I'm having a lot of fun with this, learning this part of it, even more so because I'm so connected to spirit now that I was so backed up. What I was just trying to say. I can't even explain it. Girl, what was it?
You was full
I
of
just
shit.
couldn't. Yeah, like I was literally, I couldn't, and then I couldn't tell. I felt like I was
You
going
was full of
crazy.
spiritual shit because and
Yeah,
when we say that, it's not necessarily bad, y'all. But if y'all are
yeah,
getting downloads and where she thought she was dealing with ADHD episodes, but when you are getting downloads from spirit and you're not releasing it, that's why you remember after a while I said y'all, I started pairing y'all up to do sessions because I can feel many of you had all this stuff coming in, but you weren't doing anything with it. And so
yeah,
with Molly, it made me realize she's quick to get Reiki and tell somebody they need to do Reiki, and I realized this chick ain't done no Reiki. And as soon as she did a session, it was like having an enema. It was like, whoo. So this
yeah,
is you
yeah.
can't build it
And that's
up.
like, I was like, I did the session and I got a session, but when I did the session, oh my God, it's like it did just change everything. Like, and I can't even really explain it, but it was so intense. So we have to do it, especially now that we're in this course. Like, we have to find what our niche is of like where we really feel it, and we have to do it because if we don't, it's worse for us because we know, and when you don't know, you don't know. But now that you know, with this kind of stuff, we have to be really, really transmuting this energy because I get downloads from spirit all the time. And I was realizing ancestors, people be coming here, ancestors be talking to me, and I'll be like, oh my God, regular people ain't going to want to hear this. All that.
Yes. So now knowing who you are, so I say thank you for you daring to be different and being different, and there's no more minimizing it. But also, like you said, I think I just know from my friendship that was big girl panties when you said I talk too much, and I have created when we can take accountability for our own shit and wipe our own ass all of a sudden. that's when we have released our potty pants and we are fully grown. So I would say thank you for always motivating. And like I said, you my soul sister because you kept me more connected to my ancestors. And I know sometimes people have to like, how does white girl tell me about my ancestors? But let me tell you, you have connected me and then schooled me on so much. So I want to say thank you for even being in that space and what you have provided and your knowledge and what I know and your space to us as a home. So does anybody have any words before we go to the next person for Molly? Words, affirmation, or messages?
I have to speak to Sister Molly. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Molly, you are such a wonderful spirit. Your light shines. And as I've said before, it's not simply the physical space that you offer. It's you and who you are as a person. I love your loving, caring spirit. I love your insightfulness and ability to see clearly who people are. And I love your ability to be able to be creative in your service to others. I love you.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I just want to say thank you, but I can't figure out how to turn my mute off. Thank you, Karen. I love you so much.
Anybody else?
How do sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to turn my.
Okay. All righty. We will move on to the next. Let's see. Deidre.
Hi, everyone.
Lovely.
The peace and blessings.
Blessings to you, my loves. Good to see you today. Smiling as always, being a light.
Thank you. You too. Reflection.
Yes, yes. Just share with us what you have learned about self and what you're taking away from this program.
Oh man, I done learned so much about myself the last 6 months. Things I kind of sort of knew was kind of validated throughout this course of things that just I've known about myself since I was a child. But having a tribe that can relate to it all and understand and understand it all, that's probably one of the biggest that I have taken away from this shamanic Reiki journey. The part where I've actually tapped into the death doula part of being a shaman. I can't say by default, but because it was meant to be, it was divinely orchestrated, and having you guys in the midst to kind of be a soft place for me to be vulnerable and expressive and even emotional at times. I want to cry now, but I'm not going to cry because it's good tears.
Gotta cry, cry. Don't
But
hold back for us.
it's really touched my soul beyond what I can really express at this moment. Because it hasn't been easy the last 2 years. But I am so grateful for this group right here that I have, that I've met all through you, Asha. So again, I thank you for everything that you've poured into me, taught me, been there no matter what time, no matter what I needed. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you guys this weekend, hopefully on the camping trip. That's all I can say right now. I've enjoyed the whole experience.
I just wanted to say to you, Shaman Deidre, it's been beautiful on how, I think I want to say, how do I put it? But I saw grace on how you handled the death of your mom. Grace. And it's beautiful. And I think that whole process of how you got through it and seeing you using the tools, and like you said, how we said, just how everything was aligned. I think the fact that even though most people would have panicked when they said there was no more spaces in hospice and your mom had to come home. And I remember I say, this is the time that you can do that voodoo weird stuff on your mom without worrying about what the people saying or doing. So I want to say congratulations for your leveling up, because that right there is big. That was big. And the angel that you do have now, trust me, they are taking care of you for how you took care of them. So I'm glad this is giving you that connection to have peace, because what I see in you is what people were looking but couldn't understand. When I went through my crazy divorce and everything I went through, and then got pregnant, and then him dying, people was looking at me to fall apart. But I know if it wasn't through energy work, which kept me in that state of grace too. So I say, I see me and you. I see what people is looking like. She ain't broke down, have a nervous breakdown, your son, your mom, and you are still holding grace. And I am more than honored to hold space anytime you need. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody have any words or affirmation for Deidre?
I do. Hey, Deidre, we got to get together.
Yes. I want to come to Puerto Rico soon to see.
You need to. I was just gonna say, like, I definitely feel like you need to. It's definitely gonna be a shift when you come.
Oh,
So,
I
but we gotta
already
do our,
know.
yeah. So, let's connect because we still gotta do our session.
Yes.
All right, love you.
Love you too. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, good. I'm using these crazy headphones. I just want to say to Deidre, as a nurse, I know how difficult it is to take care of someone at end of life. So thank you, like Asha said, for being brave and courageous and taking on that challenge, because it really is a difficult situation. But thank you for what you did for your mom. She appreciates it.
Thank you. Shay. Beautiful, beautiful. All righty. We'll move on to the next. Ms. Jordan, step to the stage, please.
Hi, Deidre, I can feel your heart in my chest, and like I feel so grateful. Home now. There was a point where you said like you didn't have words, and I feel like many of us feel like we don't have the words to describe the things that transmuted, or things that we feel, or the places where we are, where we're going, where we've been. And it's okay to not have the words, knowing that you also have what it is. It's a part of you. And you can have the words, and they will resonate with whoever they need to resonate with. They will land where they need to land. Their gifts are held in you and honored in you, and in those that reflect you, and for the times where you don't have the words. the same as
Thank you, Jordan, because I was connected to her too. I was feeling all her energy
mm-hmm.
for whatever you cleared. Whew, because I was feeling it. Thank you. Whew.
Thank you. Thank you.
And for myself, I feel that too. Just the transmuting of energy, the releasing of the things that have held but no longer serve, feeling the paradigm shifts, feeling the full embodied yes, every full embodied yes. And Asha, as you were saying, just like that, the coming home to self and the confidence in self, what that looks like for all of us is different points. But the honoring of it and the witnessing of that in community is just so beautiful and something that I'm grateful for within the container that we have here. And yeah, feel a lot of things right now. So move a lot of things.
Can I speak, Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
What I want to say that I am floored with emotion because we've been on this journey for a minute, and part of some of the challenges that you had, even one, I think early on in one of our initial, when we first started, was you didn't know how to put in words of the downloads. But your gift now, you're doing galactic motherfucking sign language, girl. You are now learning how to, whatever you're bringing in to communicate, you have found that bridge, because you used to be scared to go to the other side because you think you couldn't come back. And the higher side did not know how to communicate this higher intellectual language that you hear. And you always felt that nobody could understand you. So you just didn't say anything. Well, you have just said a lot, and you have learned the language on how to communicate now. So I don't know if you didn't even have no words out your mouth. It felt like love. I knew you was clean. You didn't have to say stuff. I got the whole download. But I want to say that was beautiful, and thank and hope. And I see the ease. I see the confidence in you. I don't know if anybody else may have anything to say from seeing Jordan from when she first came, who didn't say much. You the one. You don't say much, but now when you speak, shh, you better be ready because you're speaking. So I just want to say that is beautiful, and I'm glad that you have found that bridge on how to express now, because now you can speak in confidence and know, because you're tapping in to above and now know how to be the intercessor of what needs to be spoken. So thank you. Thank you.
And I'd like to say thank you too, Jordan, because not only did I hear you, I felt you. I felt you. And I thank you.
And y'all too, my day trip people, y'all right there in Gastonia. I've been trying to get the Jordan, but God dog, that 50-minute drive. Y'all right there. So when I make my trip, I got to see both y'all in one when I come to Gastonia. It's going to be a whole day trip. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan. Does anybody else have anything they want to share to Jordan? Good.
Me,
Okay.
Jordan, baby. Your growth from the first time I've seen you is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm very proud of you. You have just from day one just been a bright ball of sunshine. And I just was, when it came to you, I just was like, I just really hope nobody comes through and interrupts this baby's life and where she is or anything or takes her off her path because you are just such pure love and joy. And I'm absolutely glad that I've got to meet you. I'm absolutely glad to be a witness to your growth. Um, and I'm just proud of you, baby girl.
Thank you.
Yes, Ashe, Ashe. Thank you. Well, Vanessa, since you was online, you can go ahead and stay online. We'll pass the mic to you.
I was hiding behind the camera because I'm doing some things. For me, um, this 6 months has let me know that I have not been crazy all of my life. Um, that I'm not by myself. There are others like me, um, such as you guys. And I'm glad to have been able to be in this space and this opportunity of growth with all of you. Um, for me, my takeaway and what I've learned is to stop being afraid of myself. Um, I often hear different people at different times tell me like I'm super powerful, and I don't necessarily understand what that means always. Quite honestly, it kind of scares me because I feel like I might be causing harm or something. So um, I'm just learning to be more comfortable with exactly who I am, um, and what I am capable of doing. Um, I always knew that where I was, I just didn't fit. So it, it feels good to belong somewhere. Um, so thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Again, it's been a beautiful journey seeing you grow and literally share. And I don't know who's the last time some of y'all have seen Vanessa, but every time I see her, she getting smaller and smaller and she comes in dancing. So it's been beautiful seeing that your light again, another initiate because you went through a transition of your father right at the beginning. I think was it December, January? When was it that
October.
you?
October.
November, October. So you was coming that season. So being able to connect with your dad, allowing y'all grief not to be what a different type of grief, to
Right.
transmuting that. So it's been beautiful. Anybody have anything like they would like to share with Vanessa? Words, affirmation, or messages? Everybody quiet? All righty. Keep it going, keep it going. If you do later on, just speak up. Chanel, you're next.
Okay. So I have a towel on because we're going to Mexico and I decided to take swimming lessons so I don't drown in whatever body of water we're in. So
Look, she
my
get ready,
immediate
y'all.
lesson from this week is you can do hard things. I did not realize how hard swimming was until I went there yesterday. And after 15 minutes, I was ready to get out of the pool, but I paid my money and I'm determined to swim in something in Mexico. I think the biggest lesson for me is having confidence in sharing my intuition. Like I've always had a strong intuition and I've always known that, but I don't always share the messages. Like I very rarely share the message, like pretty much never until this program. A lot of my messages come to me through dreams. And so sometimes they seem like super random and off, but those are the ones that are the truest. So just being able to share the message with people in a way that's not alarming, but just allows them to be aware of what could happen. So I think leaning into that, and I think just being able to share the knowledge that I have in general. I feel like I take so many classes and courses, and really I just use it for myself, but being able to share it with friends and family has really been helpful for me this year.
Good. Well, thank you. I see a stronger Chanel. We've been on this journey for a minute. I don't know, and Molly probably can speak on that from when she first came to Puerto Rico for Reiki attunement to where you are now. But I hear strength in your voice now. I do hear more confidence in who you are, and I'm overjoyed that you are finally have confidence to speak. And that's why I think now that you're speaking to me, your voice is strong. It's like you have opened up your throat chakra.
Yeah.
So I
For
definitely
sure.
get more power, and you speaking. Ooh, we're really gonna have fun next time we do erotic sense.
I will be open.
But it's beautiful seeing you come out your skin, the mask, and just be comfortable in you. So
Yeah,
thank
it's been interesting. Like as we went through this journey, like I've always been drawn to like indigenous cultures, and I think my grandmother was like really into like the medicine wheel, and she lived in Arizona while I was growing up, so it's always been a part of my life. But like I really feel like it's been in my family for generations. Like it feels like it's the most natural thing I've ever done.
It's there. So now it's just a matter of stepping into it.
Yeah.
Yes. Anybody have any words for Chanel? Words, message, or affirmations for Chanel?
I got something for her. Can you hear me well?
Shaman
Yeah.
Chanel, I didn't get the pleasure of actually getting to build with you, right? Two things I would like to share with you. You say there's an issue with sharing, right? And you're recently coming through with your throat chakra and being able to share. Well, you don't always have to share through your throat chakra. You've heard of mind over matter, but you also have the power to deal with mind and mind, right? You can share your messages through the mind, right? It doesn't always have to come through your throat chakra. It may take some meditation and some directing, but you can send messages without opening your mouth, right? And to further go with what I'm telling you is, your name is Chanel, right? It's channel. That is your name. And you do have that gift. And you can change that channel. It's not just one channel, right? You have an infinite amount of channels that you can channel and go to. And that channel is just not one way, right? You have an outgoing frequency and you have an incoming frequency, right? But meditate on that and just continue in your greatness.
Yes.
And I said two things, but I got a bonus one for you, right? The bonus is trust yourself. Trust yourself and the decisions that you make for yourself. They say you study long, you study wrong. Right? When it come to you, when it speak to you, know it's for you, right? Like, I don't know what your physical degree is, meaning how old you are, but you've been on this planet long enough to trust your decisions that you make for yourself. Keep growing and keep glowing. Peace, guys.
Keep going.
Thank you. I needed to hear that today. That's for sure. I appreciate that.
Real quickly, if somebody do have a message for Janelle, we'll come back. I know, Rex, are you still on? I know you said you're another music shaman. You're about to go in the studio, so you can do your part, say your piece.
Okay. Well, y'all know I started B class at the same time that I started the shaman class. And I can say just the kind of in a metaphor, I got honey now. we got we got we you know we got honey now. So it was just the lessons that I learned with the bees. I got to a point to where I can work with them without the bee suit. So and I was always in a high vibration. But I called myself drinking 2 Coors Lights and trying to go handle them bees, and they told my ass up. You know, they like, I
Lowered
don't
your
know, I don't know.
frequency.
Saying that to say just stay in higher self, stay in our higher self, you know what I mean? And things gonna come to us how they supposed to. But as soon as we drop down in that lower self, pop, 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 you're gonna get stung every time. So I'm gonna stay in my higher self. I have learned so much with grounding, going out to the property, broadcasting. I've even tapped into the ethers, the nature, wind, a lot of other stuff I've been access to since this class. Rain. Yeah, so I'm gonna dig a little deeper. I'm gonna hone on in and keep digging, you know. So I appreciate you guys and I appreciate this class.
Thank you, Rex. And I am so ready to come out to the land this weekend. And I'm even at the point of, based upon like what Goddess Tracy said, even if it rains, I'm coming out there. And it's supposed to be out there. We're gonna be under the strawberry moon. So I'm just so excited to be on property that has already been charged and energized and everything. So you go ahead and drop them tracks in the studio one day. You're
No
gonna have to
doubt.
have me back up in the background for a little something one day. You know, a little
Already.
something. Ashe, love you,
I
Rex.
say, love y'all.
Rex,
Yo,
Rex,
what up,
oh
what up, what
fire.
up? I'm here.
I just want to let you know, brother, that you are loved and you appreciated. You a God King, man. You are a true inspiration. And I want you to know that you are the cornerstone, brother. You
Thank
are
you,
a
brother.
cornerstone to us. I love
No
you,
doubt.
man, and keep doing what you're doing, bro. I'll be with you soon.
Love y'all, man. Appreciate that.
Ashe. All righty. We'll move on to the next. Let's see who's next on the mic. Let's go to Omega.
I have appreciated this class so incredibly. So I've always been a dreamer. My earliest memories are actually dreams. But through this class, through working with the elements, and also I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a water sign. So me and water have been close, and me and dreams have been close. But through this class, I hear spirit talking all the time now, whether I'm doing ancestral work, whether I'm channeling, um, whether it's the numbers that keep on popping up. It's like whether it's the type of birds, the type of flowers that I pass. So I'm just really grateful, turned on now. Like I was kind of tapped into knowing I have certain abilities or whatever, but I feel really, really amped up and turned on. So I'm grateful to everyone in the class because sharing your experiences and sometimes even the things that may be challenging, even sharing those are helpful to know that, you know, if I'm experiencing challenging times, and I'm not the only one that may be experiencing challenging times, awakening to more and more of myself. So I appreciate all that participation. Even sometimes when certain people may not say a lot, just they have a big presence. And it's been an honor to sit in so many awesome people of presence and power.
Okay. Thank you for being a reflection. Thank for showing up and showing us of love, unity with yourself, unity with your partner, being married through this whole process of things. So you're leveling up into womanhood as well, Omega. It's been a journey. So it's beautiful seeing you in this space and grounded and healing and shining bright and shifting. I love it. Anybody have anything they want to share with Omega before we go to the next? Everybody? Y'all good? All righty. Let's see. Now we're going to move on to my little dragonfly, Tanisha, Yamina. Y'all always call her Yamina because in Reiki Master, I never call her Tanisha. I gave her, y'all know I give people new names, and that became her name. I said, that's your higher self. So I always spoke to her and said Yamina. People are like, who is Yamina? But it's Tanisha, just so y'all know if I ever say that. But Tanisha, love, how you doing? How you doing out there in Texas?
Greetings, peace, everyone. I've been doing great, actually. Since starting the program, I've became more confident in myself. And I've been remembering a lot, things that I have already been doing. Someone said it before. Now I know I'm not crazy. And this has been a journey of so much fun with Source. My students, working with them and getting messages through them and talking to them about like the Mayans and the Aztecs. So when I first started learning about the Mayans, the goddess Ishel came to me in 2020. And when she presented herself, I've been on that, all right, I'm here. And when I turned 28, I went to Mexico for my birthday and my phone fell in the water. I don't know how. It wasn't near the pool. I was just like, how did all I heard was bloop as I was looking at the sun? And I went and I didn't have a phone, but everything worked out for me. And I felt so connected. So it brought me back realizing that the Mayans are all around here in Houston. I went to the aquarium. That's where we took our students, all the temples, the totems, the water. So I've been, when I saw the post, I said, they've been talking to me. Okay, this is what it is. So just tapping into and realizing different beings being around now. I'm starting to see more light. My health has been getting a lot better. Um, I was getting iron infusions, and when I went back to the doctor, she said, Tanisha, I think this is going to be your last one. She was like, I'm seeing a shift in you. She was like, but I don't get how you keep moving and have all this energy. And I was a number 4. And I told her, I was like, well, if I told you, you probably wouldn't believe me. And she was like, I said, but I'll tell you. I said, I connect with the Most High. And I said, and from there, I've been good. So sitting at my altar, at times when I will be at work, I don't know. I felt like my home room was like my little angels, because they'll come up and they'll say, Coach, did you sit with yourself today? Coach, did you go outside today? So it was a lot that I was seeing and being able to connect the dots, and clients coming to me. So I do a lot of shroom ceremonies. I did it in October, and it got me by surprise. I didn't know, and Spirit showed me that I was a guider in the shrooms. So I've been working with her now for 2 years. And this year, when I started the training, I stepped more into it, and I've been getting more clients that's been like, Tisha, can I do shrooms with you? And I'm like, okay, sure. And when we get into those sessions, I'm seeing how they're looking for me and to, help assist them on their healing. But when we do the integration, and that's what I started doing. I started to understand the integration after doing shrooms and sitting and we talking about it and putting the pieces together and seeing how we're connected and how I was healed in the transformation that they were experiencing. I also start doing light coding now. So when I was sit at my altar before, I was quiet. Now I'm chanting. I'm saying a language. And that popped up. It was a lady, Erin Lyon. She's a star seed. She's connected. She do a lot of channeling with the galactic. And I realized I've been doing that. So this has been a fun ride, like one of those roller coasters that just has been everything. My old self appeared to me from April 29th all the way to the end of May. And when she showed up, I realized I didn't deal with my grief properly when I had my miscarriage and when I had when my auntie transitioned. It was like but I was doing little bits and pieces like, oh, I'm gonna let this drop. But when she showed up, I talked with her and I showed her where she was now and how she has transformed, and that it's okay. You can go into the light. You can go to sleep now. We don't have to deal with that anymore. And it was, I really saw it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then a friend, she's a mirror as well. And I noticed she was about to go through another spiritual awakening, and I felt a panic attack come. And I said, stop, ground yourself. And she said, I can't breathe, Tanisha. And instantly I heard, you got to get to her. But I heard, you can do it right here. And we did it right in that moment. And she realized, she was like, Tanisha, that was my inner child. I saw, and when I was at work, this child, she never does that. And that used to be me when I couldn't get my words out and I will panic. I would have a panic attack. She said, I didn't experience that in years. And so we connected that. It's been so much. Like I said, it's been like a fun roller coaster ride. Yeah, and it's so much balance and understanding the yin and the yang, and seeing myself, seeing others, and watching people that like, they see me and they come up, and knowing when it's an angel. And I realized I was talking to a lady, but she looked like a bunny, but I saw her face, but I saw the bunny, and to find out she was connected to bunnies. And I was just like, wow. Okay. So yeah. Any words that I would have, I would say embrace the journey through the ups and the downs, and know that it's always working out for you. Even when it doesn't look like it's working out, it is truly working out for you. It is happening for you. Even when those times when you feel like I have to be still, I have to be patient, I have to wait. There is so much power in stillness. And allow that, even when it comes to rest, because your body is going to speak to you. And once your body speaks to you, please listen. So yeah, that's all I had.
Well, I knew it was a lot going on. That's why I said it. And I said, "Oh, you've been quiet, so I know it's something going on with you." So that's even more significance of Mexico, and going back now in this frequency of going back to Mexico and connecting with the Mayans and everything. So again, I feel this is going to be another shift or level up as well. Well, knowing, not feel, knowing that it is. So thank you for your light as always. Does anybody have any words of affirmation or anything to share to Tanisha? Does anybody have anything they want to say at all? What y'all, this full moon got y'all got socks in the mouth, and then y'all want to text me after we get off the phone and talk about all this stuff? No, I'm gonna send you to do not disturb. What Karen, what you say? Karen said, no, not before 9. I would not talk to Gangsta Goddess before 10 o'clock. But
All
does
right,
anybody? Ali, yes.
Tanisha, I really enjoyed our build when we connected. Um, I sat with it. You told me to get in contact with my 9-year-old self. And I remember telling you I had blocked out a lot of my childhood. So, of course, nighttime, witching hour, I decided to go into that. And I visited my 9-year-old self. And I call myself been doing healing and dealing with my trauma of childhood for a very long time. And I always felt like there was a missing piece. And I had a major breakthrough. And I wanted to share this because I think it will help other people along the way. The part that I was missing with dealing with my trauma was dealing with my shame. When I learned to deal with the shame that came along with the trauma, right? Being a child, losing my parents at an early age, having another set of parents raise me, and the mother in that family being very mean to me. um, and ended up having to take care of her even up until her own death, right? And just learning to having that breakthrough of dealing with a lot of time the voices that we hear in our head that I've spoken on before usually aren't even your voice. It's the voices of the past of people who have said mean things to you that have caused you to build or make another character of yourself to learn how to deal or to make it through those type of people when you run into them. So I thank you, Tanisha, and for giving me that missing link with my childhood. I'm grateful for that. And you're the third person, the third Tanisha Ingram that I've met in my life. And I've never spoke. I've spoke with them, but I've never connected on a real basis. And I'm 3 times the charm, and I'm thankful for you. And I look forward to building with you in the future because I truly know that you have some more keys for me, and I may have some keys for you as well. So I look forward to building with you. And let me know when you make that trip to Dallas, and if I'm coming through, hopefully stop. All right. Peace, guys.
Absolutely, I will, and I appreciate you so much, my brother. I felt the connection when we were talking, and I just thank you for your energy, your presence, and you pouring into me as well. And I'm definitely gonna let you know. She should be back. She says she thinks the end of the month, but I will definitely let you know about Dallas for sure to connect.
Cool. Love it, love it, love it. Ali, is Sister Samira near you?
Yes, hold on.
Peace, shamans.
Hello, love. How you doing, beautiful?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm just sitting here, just reflecting on my life since just the past year. You know, we coming up on July of when we started our Reiki journey. Wow. And sitting here reflecting on our Reiki masters, just things that have been taking place in my life since then. I'm just so grateful for this journey. Grateful for what's to come of this journey. I wanted to share with Asha. I remember speaking with you about a month ago, and me being worried about my mom coming into town, my family coming into town. And let me tell you, it has been like,
and they love everything, didn't they?
Yes, but it's been so life changing. Like several times, and preparing for them to come. Me and Ali have talked about. We had the idea like, oh, we're gonna do some work on them, right? So the work took place, but not how I envisioned it. So we've Reiki attuned our place, and by divine timing, or just divine, that my mom was supposed to stay in a hotel when she came, but she wound up, the GPS led her to my place instead of my sister's place for her to connect with her for the hotel. So they wound up staying with us, and it was life-changing for them. So much, they were crying, just revealing things, their experience, and just being able to see without me even saying anything, just where I'm at on my journey. The healing that's been taking place. My brother was sitting at our ancestors' altar. He was like, I don't know why I keep sitting over here and I just keep crying. I just keep crying. Just the conversations that I've had with him, had with my mom and her husband, things that were long overdue. And I'm just so grateful for that. I'm grateful for being able now to sit in the present. being in this truck, like the past few months, however long I've been taking this trip, these road trips with Ali, I've been able to really sit still and do some reflecting. And I'm grateful for that, because prior to that, I've just been so busy, but really not productive. And I'm learning just being able to sit and to hear and processing, reflecting on how I show up and just really doing the work. Like I'm just so grateful.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Well, I am enjoying seeing your journey. As we realize it's been a year. It's been beautiful seeing doing the work and give us inspiration on how clearing can bring in love. Um, it's been an honor, doing you guys' ceremony at the water in Puerto Rico. It's been a journey of just seeing love, not only amongst each other, but intimately, friendships. I think that's what this all about. So I want you all to continue to grow in love and be loved. And I think that's what we all represent at this time. Does anybody have any words? I
I'll
didn't really
share.
have much, but yes.
It's we were paired together for the last exercise, and although we haven't physically met, I feel like I've known her forever. It's been so nice getting to talk to you and get to know you and sharing our dreams, and really both of us just leaning into trusting what our dreams are and being open to sharing them. So I'm excited to continue to get to know you and hopefully meet you one day.
Ashe. Yes.
Likewise, Shaman Chanel.
All
And
right.
I'd like to interject quickly. Shaman Samira, it was an awesome treat for me to be able to meet you. It was my pleasure. You have such wonderful energy. Your smile is magnetic. Your heart is big. And I just want to say I look forward to our friendship and growing to get to know each other even more too. And I'm sure we'll have moments that we'll spend, sharing and connecting. So I look forward to those again.
Yes, we still coming down there to see you,
No
Shaman
doubt.
Karen.
No doubt. Let's do it.
Let's
And we
do
got
it.
road trip spots. We got Charleston.
What Karen said, what Karen said. What Karen
Yeah.
said, Shamira, I had a gummy, so I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, that part. So it is beautiful. This has been a beautiful journey. I'm really loving all the love. I'm loving all the growth. And like we said, this doesn't stop. I think our journey is really just beginning as we grow in love and grow in healing, and continue to rely on each other and support each other. So I think that is about all that I have tonight, unless anybody want to share. Next week is at 7:30. But I will say for those, I would say my Mexico people, if you would just stay online, just a little longer so we can go over some tidbits, since I have everybody except Kiana and Rex, but they can look at the recording. But other than that, I don't have anything else to say. I just want to go over some tidbits for the Mexico trip. So,
Asha,
yes.
I want to say to you, thank you for being obedient and listening to spirit and putting this class together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been my honor in seeing y'all and the babies that have been birthed into these beautiful beings. So continue being reflections. And I like knowing those on your certain frequency. So when I need help, it's like, yo, I need some work, because I don't trust too many people to work on me. So, but I'm loving the energy and where you guys are and the growth that we're going to continue to do. So we got big things coming. So yes, so that is that. Other than that, for my Mexico people, if you guys would just hang on, and the rest of y'all, love you. Who's that? We'll be checking out Deidre. Love you, Deidre. I'll be seeing you soon. Molly, I love you. We'll pretend like you're in Mexico. One thing for y'all, those who that Ali and them are. No. For in Mexico, Lawrence did say, because we're going to be doing classes and different workshops. Like one day we're working each day on an element. And some of those days that we're doing workshop, like we're going to learn how to make our own Florida water and healing water. Those classes will be broadcasted Zoom. So some of the classes that Lawrence may be teaching us will be accessible for you guys who are not coming to Mexico to be a part of, if you would like to be a part of those classes as well. Some of the things that we'll be doing. So at least that way you'll be a little bit in the party of things and get some information. So love y'all. Love y'all. All right. So those of us who are on this, I think I'm only missing Kiana, Jay, and Rex. Maybe somebody else. So I just want to go over some more tidbits with you guys. Hopefully everybody got that y'all tickets by now, and passports by now, and on point with that. Again, I encourage you, and I know Omega probably could back me up on this. Mexico is also, we're going in the heat of things. Don't come with a whole bunch of shit in your bags. I'm having to really reinforce that. When I say it's hot, we are going to be by a pool. So I mean, like, you just may want a bathing suit and cover up. Or when we go out, tank tops and things, because it's going to be hot. So it's really more just casual, where you probably keeping the same thing on. I always say, when I used to go to Puerto Rico, I bought all these clothes. I just kept a bathing suit and something to cover up that was least heavy on my skin. So it's just, you get hot, you can go jump in the water. You got fresh water, that's a cenote that's on the property, or a swimming pool. So I just wanted to reinforce, it's not being cute. You're going to be comfortable. I suggest 2 pair of shoes, 3 pair of shoes, some flip-flop sandals, tennis shoes when we go walking, go to the ruins, and water shoes. Just water shoes. Y'all got the rough feet when y'all get in the water and touch on the rocks and stuff, but I suggest some water shoes. What else? I don't know how y'all are, because you're going to another area. I always travel with activated charcoal with certain things. Some of you holistic and everything. Peppermint beads and activated charcoal are things that I carry with me just to keep my stomach flushed out of bacteria and stuff of that nature. If I get sick, I can pull it out. So there's just little things I said to take, that I take. I'm not saying y'all have to take it. On coming. What else do I wanted to say? White. You're gonna need a white outfit that's more of like a formal dress up. One night we're gonna have a dinner. This is where you bring the goddess out. This is when you get cute, beat it up, however you want to do that night. When we're gonna have a nice dinner to be dressed up in white. And then you need something white to wear in case we go to one of the cities and do healing on the beaches. I normally have a bathing suit and a caftan from Temu. They don't cost much as my cover-ups. They're light and not heavy when I'm doing the work of that nature. And I say that when we're doing the healing work of something long, not short, not sundresses, not with your legs out, not with too much cleavage out, in that aspect. Head wraps, make sure your head wraps. Lawrence said, bring your tools, your personal tools and your public tools, meaning you may have certain things that you only hold on to, that you do your spiritual work, but then you may have some public tools that we're out and we need to grab somebody's tools. He said, bring your tools. If you have any instruments, shakers, rattles, bring that as well. We are enforcing that you document this journey from you getting ready, packing to go on the trip. Just do a video documentary of your excitement, what's going on, how you feel going to the airport. This is almost like document this journey. We're going to have this whole experience documented, because we're opening the path for others, not only here in the States of what we're doing, but we're going international, y'all. So we're going to document this journey of what we're doing, and have more awareness of what we're doing, and sharing the light with others of this work. I'm trying to think. Lawrence gave me a whole rundown of stuff. He is so excited about stuff. So I think that is the primary. So, I encourage you to exchange your money before we get there. Just because you don't want it, that is more, is the currency exchange rate is higher at the airport, then we ain't got time trying to get gypped when we get into the city. So I strongly recommend you can go to Wells Fargo, whatnot, go now if you got it, and get some money exchanged. What you may need money for I would say to pay for souvenirs if we go into the city, what you need, or little odd and end. So it doesn't have to be a lot of money because all food and expenses are going to be paid for. The primary excursions that we're going to do will be paid for less when we're out if you want to get something else to eat. So it does not have to be a lot of money in Mexican currency, but I suggest to have something. I think that's it for right now. If any more else, Omega, you've been to Mexico, you've traveled. Is there anything you recommend that we need to bring? What's the mosquitoes like? I always got to pack something mosquitoes. I know they just love me, especially when I'm doing spiritual work. But do you have any recommendations on traveling to Mexico? What we need to bring or don't need to bring since you frequent there quite often? Yay, nay, you there? You in the house? No, guess not. But anyhow, does anybody that is going to Mexico have any questions at this time about anything?
I have been to Mexico a couple times and I've been told not to drink the tap water. What's the water scenario there? Do we need to buy bottled water once we get in the home? Just curious.
I think they have a water filtration system there in the home, if
Okay.
I'm correct. But girl, I still be bringing my little water purifier. I got some drops of pellets. I put
Great
in water.
idea.
I just be smart when I travel, but I don't think I'll be drinking. But it's like the thing, I bring stuff like activated charcoal because even though they're cooking, they're going to use it to cook our food with it. So it's still maybe some in it, but I'm not going to sit there and say we're going to go over there and get food, but we're not putting that energy on it because we Reiki tune our shit. So I got mad. Sorry. We're going to Reiki our food. We're going to be good. And our water. We could transmute. Hey, with all the stuff we did, we're going to transmute it. But I still bring my activated charcoal and my beadlets, and I will try to avoid drinking their tap water as much as possible in that capacity. Anybody else got any questions or anything?
I have a question, Asha. Are we doing plant medicine ceremonies when we're there?
We will not be doing major plant medicine ceremony. As always, I incorporate cannabis and shrooms. We may do some microdosing, but I decided not to focus as much on plant medicine this trip because I want us to understand we're the tools, that we can have psychedelic and enlightened experience without always the use of medicine. So I really wanted us to be more focused on us being the tools instead of using the medicine for some of that. So we will do some cacao ceremonies and heart openers for those if they want to do cannabis ceremony, because we're going to be working with different elements. So air is going to be some cannabis exercises and breath work. And then we will do a light shrooms if I make this connect down there. But Lawrence said it's very accessible. But it will just be more microdosing, not any full 7 gram, nothing we did like before. It would just be more microdosing from that aspect of things.
Okay.
Yes. Anybody else? All righty. Well, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Mexico. We're gonna have fun. We're going to light things up. So if y'all don't have any questions, I think we're good. Closer I get to the date, I'll probably do another Zoom call just to go over last minute stuff. I will say, if you can get in your suitcase, so I don't have to do it. This is a request. This is just a request. And you got time if you want to do it off Temu. But if y'all can get you an inflatable raft, the plastic floaty raft. I just don't want to order 12 and have to worry about it in my suitcase. But if y'all can order one, because there is a float meditation, since we have a pool of just floating in the water with the singing bowls and doing meditation, but I want everybody to have a floaty. So if you can get a float raft, don't inflate it, just keep it folded up, but get a raft, Family Dollar, wherever you need, just get a raft where you can lay out on, because we're gonna do some water meditations. And that's just one less thing I have to figure out how I'm gonna pack in my bag with things. So other than that, I think that is it. Jordan, bring your crystals. I know you travel with them, so.
I do.
And everybody bring something to put on the house altar when we there. Also, we're talking about house altar. So in the separate event group for the trip, we got the Shaman Facebook group, and then there's the other one straight for those of us who's going on the trip. I've started putting research of articles, and I will send that to you, Jordan, since I know you're not in that group. I've given y'all some articles and different things to start doing your research on the deities and the gods and goddesses of that area. When we go to another area, we have to pay homage to them because we're working in their energy of elements. So we have to understand who they are as well. So I started putting some things up there so you're more familiar, because if we go to the ruins, one of the ruins we may go to is one of the gods and goddesses. They have a god of cacao. I didn't know that there. One of the gods, their deities, is the god of cacao. So just was a lot of information I was reading on that. I think would help us be more insightful, even to know as we may start channeling who we channeling or what we're channeling, because we understand where we are and what we're connecting with the work to do in that area. So please go and check that out. It's some very good information about the Mayans and the energies of who they were as a culture, that going into that energy is going to be some real high vibrational stuff. So, but yeah, I think that's it. If y'all can do that wrap, most of the stuff they have life jackets and stuff. So we're gonna
Asha,
be
I
in the
have one more question.
yes, ma'am.
Is it just our group, or is it going to be also people from Lawrence's class?
It's just us.
Okay.
It'll be 12 of us. 3 males, Lawrence, Jay, and Rex. And us, the rest of the ladies. Yeah, so it's just us. It's just our group. Somebody else was asking something, I think. No? All right. So y'all good? No more questions? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna be
Yes,
y'all on the same
absolutely.
flight too. You know what I say, y'all? Hey, this is what one of the things my son's father told me. He was an artist and he was very eccentric. And he used to say, when it's time to show out. And so whenever it was time to vend or anything, he had the tie-dye harem pants on, or he had a fedora. He was always in character. I say, y'all, we're going to represent. When we get on that plane, when we go, we all on the same flight. We all need to be in white, hair wraps, feathers, all of that. We need to represent. That is going to be, well, I won't be on the flight going with y'all. Sorry, I am going a day earlier. Sorry. But for those that will be all on the same flight, I suggest you guys get on that flight in unison. And for people to know, who are y'all? What are y'all going to do? It's time for us to be the shamans. There's no more hiding. So put your white on, put your head, because you still need to be protected. And often on the street, I wear as much white as possible. I done T-moved up. I got everything white, my white bathing suit, my white caftan. Because I just try to stay light as possible so I don't attract a lot of energy with colors. So I said a lot, but I think that was it. I start getting rambling because I get excited. But I think that's it if y'all don't have any more questions. If not, I ain't gonna ramble on all night. Because y'all done got me to smoking and now I'm just chatting. Y'all went chatting. All right, beautiful people. That is all I have to say. I'm done talking for the day. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I look forward to this journey with you guys. Big things coming. Big things coming.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Peace, everyone.